Hello and welcome to round one, part two of the 2020 Goondocks Open. Thank you to our 2020 coverage sponsors, Gripped and All Day Disc Golf, and to our tournament sponsors,
Discraft Discs,
Infinite Discs, Oregon Disc and Wildlife, and Fort George Brewery. We've got a fun little battle brewing. We got myself and Nate Sexton at 8 down and Cole and Brody Cannon at 6 down. They're looking to make a move and we're looking to maintain and increase our lead or make our lead a little bigger. So keep one cow apart. That's an important thing these days. But here we go. How you feeling, Cole?
I'm feeling all right going into this point. I'm still a little upset of a couple putts we've missed, but we're going to pick it up.
I would think so. They were just tapping it. Yeah, that's
for sure.
Right. Yeah, jumbo.
This hole is crazy. There's so many different little gaps you can hit, so many routes, but the usual play is going to be a big hyzer either under the trees up there or over. And then the basket is situated on this little hill about 400 feet away.
Come on.
That's not good.
Yeah, this is not an easy hole. It's not usually in this position. It's usually a little bit shorter, up on a mound, but not as demanding of a mound as this is.
Yeah.
But,
and there is OB pretty close to the green, so if you do push it too far straight, you are going to find the out of bounds section. That's a better line, I feel like.
yeah, you want that high hyzer, slight flip up, and that'll be fine.
We're still so far away, so we don't really have a great chance for a birdie. It is a par 3. It's a hard par 3. Probably the hardest par 3 on the course if I was to guess. But what are you throwing here, Cole?
I'm throwing a super overstable Z-force. It's okay, never mind. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to go big hyzer like Nate. I'm not trying to flip it up or anything, but just crash in. And that was just a little short as well.
Yeah, I probably would have got another 20, 30 feet if it hadn't have hit that tree. And these holes are located right by a fairly busy highway, so that's the noise you're hearing in the background. This is looking nice. It's got to stable up and finish left, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, this was another force from Brody, as I did, but his was a little bit more beat in, so he pushed a little more straight than left.
For sure. This is a death putt. We're not entirely sure if that was if that stayed up on top of the hill. There is a little hill behind the basket that you can roll, but there are some bushes that you can connect with. And Nate is going with the dart spin putt. There's two things to not hit on that putt, and he hit them both. How far is this putt?
This is probably 40.
Okay.
So not too far, but definitely putting uphill.
Oh, that looked really good. I had the height. And yeah, I think you stayed inbounds, correct?
Yeah, I did. That was close. Really fortunate staying bounds because that was coming in hot.
Yeah, great layup from Brody there, using the tree to his advantage. Nate and I tapping in a par. Brody tapping in a par as well. I'm sure there are a couple birdies, but this is a rare birdie for sure. This is a scary hole as well. About 300 feet. We have a creek that runs along the right side the entire length of the hole. The basket's actually only like 10 or 15 feet from that water that I was talking about. And so the area that you're going to see is kind of favoring the left side, staying away from that water. And as you can see what I just did there, I parked the secondary position, but I'm still about 40 feet staring straight at the water, the death putt. Nate's going for the more direct line with a dart, I believe. And that is wet.
Yeah.
Just straight down that V tree. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's just one of those holes that you really got to commit on. If you don't, you're going to find the OB or left side. That sounded wet.
Looks like Brody did as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, who's
And I'm
that
going with
sponsor
your
on the
play,
back of your
just the
shirt?
ESP Buzz. Straight
Oh,
up.
cool, nice.
That is Oregon Sports Family Chiropractic. A chiropractor out of Newburgh is supporting me, Dr. Brandon Garland. But yeah, that's my sponsor right now. It's really nice, great chiropractic adjustments to help my game, keeping me healthy. So
That's cool to see that support for a young player on that's looking to make a potential career out of this. So yeah,
it's
I
definitely been
completely
helping me
missed.
improve.
Nice. I completely missed my putt, and I think I'm wet. And you can see I'm really happy about it. Go for it. We're doing pretty well, but if Nate Sexton says he wants to go for it, you can't really tell him otherwise. But this is scary because we're not sure if I'm in bounds. I think we're pretty sure I'm out of bounds, and this is a pretty, for lack of a better word, ballsy move by Nate to go for it. Oh gosh! Oh, he stayed in bounds. He hit a lucky iron branch, knocked it directly down, and now we only have a 10-foot, 15-foot putt for a par. Oh, that's a little longer than 15 feet, maybe 20 feet. Yeah, we got lucky there.
Yeah, that was straight out of bounds. I was watching that one coming in the whole way. I'm like, ooh.
And I was out of bounds, so if Nate hadn't have hit that branch, we would have both been swimming. Nice birdie pickup. Was that Brody's drive?
That was actually my drive. Brody turned it over a little bit into the water,
Okay.
but mine penetrated just straight. So
That's a great drive on that hole. Hole 13, a par 3, 378 feet. Most of it's in the wide open, as you can see, but once we get to those trees, it's pretty tight and it actually goes up to the right. And that's looking pretty decent. That's a big sidearm. That is very nice. The plays you're going to see are like the big sidearm like you just did right there. You're going to see the roller, which I think Brody is pulling out right here. And there's also the turnover gap, which is slightly harder than the other two options.
yeah, Brody went with the turnover in practice, but because I threw the forehand, he went with roller.
Okay. A lot of ways to attack it, but most do this and hit trees.
Looks like you hit the same tree.
Yep. Nate's going the Cole line, or maybe Cole was going the Nate line. Either way. Yeah, kind of unfortunate little tree hit there. He did miss the main gap, so can't expect much from that. This hole's definitely a bonus birdie, I would say. And having missed the last hole, we definitely wanted this one. I'm kicking stuff, dude. I don't know what's going on. That little bush in front of me did nothing. Had no impact on my drive, and I still needed to kick it for some reason. That's a shot that Nate really specializes in. That like kind of 50 to 100 foot little jumper spin putt with the dart.
Yeah, very scary.
Yeah. It's like Cole found some sticker bushes, or not Cole, Brody. You guys are wearing the same shirt and pants. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Was that one of your strategies that you guys are using to confuse your opponents?
No, but we were definitely trying to match.
That is a good putt.
That one felt really good to get, especially after Brody missed. I was like, oh, we got to get this one.
For sure. So we are now tied up at 8 down with that great putt from Cole. Pretty impressive stuff. We got I think it's a 20-hole round, so we got 6 holes left.
21, actually.
21, my bad. This hole is goofy.
Yeah, this is really weird. It's super sharp anhyzer, as I'm trying to do. And that's just a little tight.
Yeah. There's just a lot of branches up there to hit. The angle is hard to begin with, but also you have to navigate a lot of tree. Oh. Did that make the Mando?
No, that was shanked
Okay.
right and early, yeah.
So Nate hit a ninja branch that no one saw until after he hit it. And I'm just saying, don't hit a branch. Just don't hit a branch. I hit that branch.
Oh no.
It actually got some good flight out of it, but not a good shot.
Great distance too, or height.
And I was throwing my big Z Comet, hoping for a nice little turnover fade shot, but that branch 10 feet in front of the tee pad did not want me to do that. That's what we were talking about. That's like 100 feet, right? Look at how far he's running.
That is solid.
And the more and more you play with Nate and see him play, the more he does that stuff. It's just so easy for him. That's a skill that I got to work on. How about you, Cole?
I've honestly been trying it myself lately, and I don't understand how he can do it. It just doesn't work for me.
It requires such precision. It's impressive.
And spin.
Yeah.
Spin and precision are really hard to work together.
Absolutely. We've been playing as long as Nate, then probably somewhat becomes muscle memory. So you can say that Nate kind of big putted you guys there. You guys didn't have an easy putt, but I think it was kind of makeable, but it would have been a bonus for sure.
Yeah, it was. We had a couple branches to navigate, but it wasn't a gimme.
Yeah, Nate's putt was wide open, so whatever.
Yeah.
All right, this hole is pretty straightforward, nice and straight. There are some trees to contend with on the right and left. They don't really come into play if you throw a pure shot, though. Nate's going sidearm hyzer. Ooh. We kind of thought that was going to give it an ace run, but the tree clipped it on its skip. So.
Yeah, broadsters.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That would have been nice.
That was really close.
Wow. An ace on film is always a nice thing to get.
That is one of Brody's specialties for sure. That slight hyzer flip up buzz. He is so good at that shot.
It is a good skill to have, especially in the Washington and Oregon trees.
Absolutely.
So you guys are out with about a 20, 25 foot putt for birdie.
Yeah, mine was about the same distance, just a little bit shorter.
Nice, scooping it in there. Oh, cool little tricks by Brody there. You see that? I'm putting too hard on these baskets. I'm surprised that stayed in, honestly. That was way too hard.
At least it's flat and at least it's center. So
True. It was better than off center and vertical, so that's very true. What's going on? Oh, we don't need to talk about that. What's going on this hole, Cole?
So this is 289, 300 about because it plays slightly uphill. You have these two trees in the middle to contend with. It's a forehand like you saw Nate throw, or a backhand buzz or wasp play like you'll see me and Brody doing.
Nice. Yeah, there's two trees in the front that you can see on the pretty much straight in front of us that we're throwing to the right of. Those are the trees that are mostly going to come in play, and there are some trees towards the end of the basket, towards the end of the fairway at the basket. But if you hit those trees, you're going to be probably within the circle for a putt.
Yeah, anywhere up by the basket is good. It's really workable around the green on this one.
Yeah, Brody is just lacing that disc. What is that? That was a buzz again?
That was his buzz again. He has this really old Z-Flex buzz, and he is just all over that thing.
Flies so well. Here you can see he's absolutely parked right there, about 20 feet closer than Nate and I. There we go.
So done.
Yeah. It's a pretty solid birdie.
Yeah, and as you were saying earlier about your strengths with the putting and Nate's strengths with the driving, I think that kind of goes hand in hand with me and Brody. Is my strengths more of the putting and his is the driving, especially with the mid ranges as well. So
for sure.
definitely effective.
One of my strengths is completely missing my gap and still somehow
This was
parking.
ridiculous.
Did I hit the rocks? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
That was a bad shot. I will say that right now. That was a terrible shot, and I did not deserve a 2-foot tap in. This was a good shot, if I remember correctly. But
Yeah, that's really
yeah.
nice.
Anything in those bushes, you can't really see the basket, but it's located right in the middle of those bushes. It's got probably like 20 feet of clearance on either side of the basket, but it's pretty well guarded by the trees and shrubbery.
Yeah. And I don't know what Brody was trying to do, but he flipped it over way to the right. I'm going more Nate's route, a little forehand flex,
Nice.
and I was just a little left on that.
That's a putt though, so you're giving yourselves a chance. That's pretty solid. After seeing Brody doing that, you still gave your team a solid fighting chance for a birdie. Oof.
Ooh, good run.
Seems like you guys are finding the spots with the most bushes for your putts.
Yeah, definitely want to be closer and not where we are.
One of the great things about playing in Pacific Northwest is most of the shrubbery, most of the bushes and trees aren't spiky. They're not painful. You can get in there and get out without too much damage to your shins and ankles. But sometimes you find those blackberries, the Himalayan blackberries, and those mess you up. But most of the time you can do what you did and step out and get that birdie. Pinchers of Peril. There's a little Goonies reference there. This is the Goondocks Open, and it was originally supposed to be held in Astoria, Oregon, but due to COVID, they had to reschedule, and the place they found to have the tournament was Timber, so it all kind of worked out. This hole is pretty hard. It's a tight tunnel gap that you have to throw straight and then finish hard left towards the basket. It's not an easy one to get.
Now, this is one of the shorter holes on the course, but also one of the tougher ones. This is a very hard gap.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
So kind of like my shot on the last hole, that was a terrible shot, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, that inside gap is very commonly hit if you miss the main gap early.
Yeah. As a competitor, how does that feel to see the people that have 2 strokes on you just get lucky 2 holes in a row?
You know, I was gonna say it hurt to miss the birdie on the last hole because of your park job, but yeah, no, it's definitely disappointing for sure.
It's happened to me many times, and it's very deflating. But that's part of the mental game of disc golf. You got to keep on chugging along.
I know I've had my lucky moments, so I'm not
Oh
complaining.
yeah, yep. You heard Nate saying you got to throw worse than that to get to the basket. Wise words right there. Yeah, you can see even the upshot is pretty tough. There's a lot of trees to contend with, and that's a great shot from Brody.
Yeah, that really let me try to get a big hyzer move on this and run this.
Oh, good effort. It definitely had the power.
Wow.
So this is about the peak of my stretching ability. You can see my tan lines kind of popping out there. My thighs don't get a lot of sun these days, unfortunately.
That yoga in.
Yeah. Surprised I didn't rip my pants on this one. But one of my philosophies with disc golf is if I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it right. So I try to be as goofy as possible within the restraints of like staying professional, you know. So, oh man, this is a longer than 254 feet. This is actually more like 800 and some feet, right?
Yeah, this is very long, par 5. 2 holes combined, actually. This hole is usually split into 2 holes in the normal layout, but they're combining 2 holes along the road.
And that was a good drive by me, right?
No.
Oh, what?
That turned over into the out of bounds in that fenced
Oh,
area.
okay, got it. That's the worst thing. Like stepping up at this hole, you just want to on leash. You just want to get a big move on it, and then I just turned it right over into the I don't even know, construction area over there with the fountain or with the sprinkler going. It's kind of silly. Nate, I kind of took away Nate's opportunity to really have a big drive. That's a good shot though.
Yeah,
But he's definitely playing
solid.
more safe. And both you and Brody have some big arms. Let's see what you can do here.
Ooh. It's good if it goes.
Woo! But now he has no run up.
Yeah, that's tough footing.
It's preferable to hopefully skip over those concrete barriers. Dang, the power on that was pretty insane. Let's see if he can stable up and get left though.
I'm just gonna mimic you actually. So
Just 200 feet farther. Cool.
yeah.
So Nate's drive was pretty fantastic, but that skip that it took kind of pinched us on the left side, and we're left with not a lot for our second shot on this hole. As you can see, we're trying to get all the way down there. You can see the basket through the electric pole there. And so I was kind of playing safe and hopefully giving Nate the opportunity to go big with a roller or something.
This hole's definitely eagleable if you get two really great shots.
Yeah. It's all about position after the first drive. If you have a bad... look at that.
Yeah, too much. Need a more stable disc. Too much S-ing around.
I was scared for you guys' ankles on this one.
Yeah, this was very uncomfortable. I totally early released this because you can't follow through into that cinder block. You're gonna break your knee. So
Hey, for the game, dude, it might have been worth it. No, it's definitely not.
no.
You got a chiropractic on your side, a chiropractor on your side, so it might be worth it. I don't know.
That's true. I want to stay young and healthy as long as possible, though.
Yeah. Good luck. Oh, that looks really good. Oh, beautiful looking shot there, Cole. What was that you just threw?
That was a Macbeth Tercer's Luna. That
Nice.
was really, yeah.
Oh, those are great throwing putters.
Dead straight.
Another decent run.
Is the metal thing in the way or not? Oops, sorry.
Kind of a unique place to be putting from. You don't usually putt from a electric. What do you call these things? I don't even know what they're called. Electric utility
Tower.
structures.
Oh.
Let's see if Nate can do that jumper spin putt he has. I think that metal pole that you can see right behind us, it was definitely affecting our positions because it was making our bodies more forward, which was making us, I think, putting a little less power on the shot.
It was like another 2 feet more forward.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I'm not sure. It went in. That's all that happened. It sounded like I clanked the basket, but... All right, there we have Mike Worth and Dana, both from Washington. Mike Worth is actually one of the legends from Washington. He's been playing since probably the mid-'80s, if I were to guess. He's one of those guys that when you look back on the tournaments from like the 90s, you always see him near the top. So cool to see him out there supporting the younger players. Oof. You see the basket right there? That's the one tree you kind of want to hit or miss.
Bonk. Yeah.
Yeah. And this basket is situated right at the top of a downward sloping hill that goes towards a parking lot. And you'll be able to see a better picture of it in a little bit once we're putting, but it is down there.
It is. Yeah, it's steep.
And let me guess, you're throwing a zone?
No, I'm actually going to the Hammy's Wasp here.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are that was a good shot. Unfamiliar, that he is referencing Adam Hammies, one of the top disc golf professionals currently on tour. A fantastic player from Wisconsin. Brody going with that buzz. Missed that tree. You guys
That was
both
actually-
that gap?
That's actually his wasp, I believe. He has a
Okay.
blue wasp. He has like every disc in his bag is blue, so it confuses me on every mid-range he throws. But yeah, he has a blue wasp, blue buzz, more blue buzzes. It's confusing.
I've never understood that, but more power to you if you want all the same color. Oh, see, that's what we're talking about with the Mach 3s. Dead center, right at the pole, right out. So that's...
Stupid baskets.
Yeah.
You're going to hear
I
that a
feel your
lot when you
pain.
play on baskets like these.
I get it.
Do you?
And I got you. That's some confidence right there. And your putts from this distance, like you got to put power on them, so it's kind of terrifying because if you do hit the basket, you know there's a pretty good chance it's going to spit out.
Yeah.
Stay up. Yeah,
But I feel like
And
that was the
no
luckiest
problem.
catch ever, right?
Yeah, how does that stay in and Nate's not? Like,
Exactly. Mine was right and high. His was center and perfect. Oh no! So you can see
And
kind of
that
now
was-
how far
that
down
was
it goes.
horrible.
Were you a little scared of the situation going on behind the basket?
Yeah, we were both just like, well, we didn't realize it sloped that far that fast. So it was like, okay,
Right.
might as well, but I just didn't even commit to it to try to even hit the basket. So
Yeah. So maybe looking back on it, you might have had one person lay up and give the other person a little bit more confidence to
Yeah,
go for it.
we both totally regretted everything about this hole when we were finished.
You guys are both playing a little bit of tennis right here. You're playing the wrong sport, just back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Brody does like tennis, so maybe you just needed to change for one hole.
This is we're on hole 21, I believe, and it's going to be 505 feet if I remember correctly. I'm not entirely sure on that. Maybe a little longer.
I think he said 555.
Okay, 555.
Yeah.
Uh,
left and then come
it's
back.
it's kind of wide open. We do have the fence on the right side, which lets us know where the OB is. But left side is pretty safe. And I was trying to go for a roller right here, but I didn't realize the grass was spongy, as spongy as it is, and it just kind of cut out.
It's surprisingly thick.
Yeah. So that was not good. I'm 450 feet from the basket.
Oh, that's so bad. That's pretty unlikely.
Ugh.
What does that do, my last one?
All right, Nate's even after he saw my roller, he still felt like he could put a better one down there. So let's see what he can do with his. It looks like maybe a Thunderbird. Thunderbird roller. It looks like a Jeremy Colling Thunderbird. Yeah, better line. But yeah,
That grass is too heavy.
Yeah, that's still
Grass is
so
way too
thick.
thick.
That didn't get up and going at all.
No.
Shoot.
That's
Throw
having
air
mine do.
shots.
so I'm assuming you guys are not going to throw rollers here, right?
No, Brody and I do not like the rollers. We're both going big air shot here.
He's going
Brody
roller,
left that
though.
a little low. Yeah.
We should also mention that this was the long drive, long drive hole. So whoever got the longest drive, I believe, won something. I'm not entirely sure.
$50 and a trophy.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. One throw for $50. I'll take that. And what are you throwing here?
I'm throwing a Z nuke.
Oh, nice. That's a bomber. Oh, yeah.
Flex.
If that can
And that was
stable up, that
smushed.
is nasty.
And that was just past that was like right at 500.
Which was a decent drive. That's a big drive. That's a big shot.
Yeah, that ended up being the longest drive, so
Nice.
yeah. Ooh.
A little replay. I'm throwing my Palm Macbeth Z zone. Felt good out of my hand. It's a little high. I like the reaction.
What a reaction. That sucks.
Right, Nate's gonna try to throw it in with a little star rat. And I believe they're calling this a par 4 as well, so we're definitely looking for that eagle.
Too short.
I'll take it.
It'll sit pretty close.
I like it. I like it.
That's a rat, yeah.
Put it in.
Oh. Oh, man. That's Brody's miss, huh? Just in front. Like, it looks good until the last... Oh, geez. Looks good until the last, like, 5% of the flight, and then it kind of dips hard left.
That would not be good.
Good-looking putt from Brody. You're looking to make this, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm full on attack mode at this point.
For sure. You got to make up 5 strokes with one shot or 2 shots left or 1 shot left in the round.
Yep.
But luckily, it's a 2-round tournament, so we do have round 2 coming out soon. Subscribe to Fairway Media for future disc golf. Oh my gosh, future disc golf coverage. One of the finest in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, you're looking around there, Cole.
That looks
Did.
so good.
All right, to finish off
That was
with
a
a birdie,
heartbreaker.
16 down. It was, yeah. There we go.
Very nice round by you guys.
Thank you very much. Good round by you guys as well. Probably not exactly what you're looking for, but you guys are still up there in the mix, only 5 back from the leaders. So you definitely have a chance to make some moves in the next round.
Yeah, we were a little disappointed, but definitely coming back to shred day 2. So
For sure. For sure. Well, thanks for joining us for round 1, part 2. Come on back for round 2, part 1. We got Brody Cannon and Cole at 11 down, Nathan and myself at 16 down. Tournament sponsors, we got Infinite Discs,
Discraft Discs.
Oregon Disc and Wildlife, and Fort George Brewery out of Astoria, Oregon. And thanks to our coverage sponsors, we have Gripped, good people, good golf, good times, and all-day disc golf. Contact Fairway Media if you want to get your logo on the video. Check on back for round 2, part 1 in a little bit.